Hi, I'm Lee Partridge, and welcome back to Colu TV for another pre-match show ahead of today's game against Bradford here at the JobServe Community Stadium. On the show today, we'll get the thoughts from the training ground ahead of today's game, a look back at our last meeting against the Bantams, and for those that missed Tuesday's action, the goals from the win over Arsenal under-21s in the Cup. But first, we get the thoughts ahead of today's game from head coach Danny Cowley.
Danny, fantastic win on Tuesday night. How much of that can you take against probably a very, very different Bradford City side on Saturday?
Yeah, well, I think they'll be different in the way that they set up and they play for sure. But yeah, we definitely take a lot of confidence from Tuesday night. I thought it was a good night for the football club. I thought, to score 3 goals. To keep a clean sheet, lots of good individual performances. I think we finished the game with a 17-year-old, an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old and a 20-year-old on the pitch, which was great. And credit to our academy, really, because you're playing against one of the best academies in the country, have some of the best young players, not just in this country, but probably in the world. And yet you look at some of our young players, the likes of, I know they didn't play, but the likes of Max Jolliffe, young Milton Oni, Sampson, Bradley, and these boys that I wouldn't be swapping our boys for theirs. That is for sure. So credit to the academy. Great again for them to get young Rash on the pitch, Hacks on the pitch. Obviously Oscar, I thought he's going from strength to strength, and young Ollie as well making his debut. So no, it was a good night for the academy, a good night for the club, and yeah, I think it gives us some momentum going into the weekend, and we know that momentum can bring confidence, and we all know the power of that.
Yeah, as well as that, does it give you a selection headache again because they did all play so well?
I thought it was some good performances. Yeah, I thought Ben Goodlift played really well at centre half. I thought it was good for Tom Smith to keep a clean sheet, particularly against his old club. I thought Manny Egbo had a really good game, capped off with a good goal. Jamie McDonald covered every great blade of grass. Aaron Donnelly, I thought, was putting a really consistent performance together. Harry Anderson, 3 out of 4 now. Oscar with a couple of assists. Pressed the ball well. Took the space whenever it was there for him. Some good crosses in the box. And Payne is as enthusiastic as ever. And Hops pressing with just so much energy, relentless he was with the way he pressed the ball, and great for him to find the goal as well.
And the positive result on Saturday will make it a really, really good week, and can that give you the springboard to kind of move away from the difficult period we were in before last week?
I think so. I think for us it's always to look forward. I think we're working hard to try to find the consistency in our performances. It's always about putting both sides of the game together for us. We want to put the work against the ball and press with real energy and intensity, and defend as early as we can, with as many numbers up the pitch as we can. But we know that we always have to do this in a disciplined way with good distances between our lines. And I think if we can do that well and keep working on our offensive play and the way that we look after the ball, the way that we speed the game up, the penetration that we play with on the top line, I think then we can start to find the consistency we need that will then hopefully bring the outcomes and the results that we're all keen to have. And
what have you made of Bradford's season so far, and what they'll offer on Saturday?
Yeah, we have a lot of respect for Bradford City. They're a huge football club, a huge football club for League Two for sure. Probably shouldn't be in this division, if truth be known. But yeah, I have a very experienced manager. I think some of the best players in the division. They recruited really aggressively this summer. Took some players that have had lots of promotions from this level in previous years, and really added to what was already a very strong squad. I anticipate them being right there and thereabouts. I would think that they would be in and around the automatic promotion places, and that would certainly be their ambition. And when I look at the quality of their squad, I think that's their capabilities. So we understand how tough the game will be. We see what the challenge is, but it's one that we're looking forward to, and one we're going to do our best to rise to.
Danny, building on the momentum from the win against Arsenal in the week. And you can see The team news that Danny has picked on our socials and our website right now. Now, the last time we played Bradford was Danny and Nicky's first home game in charge here at the JobServe Community Stadium. So let's take a look and remind ourselves of the day itself and the game.
Really good club. We're looking forward to much prefer having you on our side than against us. Yeah. Lovely to meet you. Hello everybody. Hello. How are you? Are you well? Yeah. Nick. Hello Nick. How are you?
Tom Hopper on target with a goal in that 1-1 draw, and Hops bagged the first on Tuesday evening against Arsenal with a well-worked goal in front of over 4,000 people. So let's take a look at the highlights and the goals from Tuesday evening.
This is the first meeting between Colchester's first team and Arsenal's under-21s. The two senior sides met in the FA Cup. In 1959, Colchester held Arsenal to a 2-2 draw at Layer Road, but were defeated 4-0 at Highbury in the replay. The two under-18 teams have met twice in the FA Youth Cup. Arsenal winning here 5-1 in the quarter-final back in 2018. Emil Smith-Rowe bagged a couple then, Bukayo Saka got one. Whatever happened to those two? And just a few years later, Colchester exacted revenge of sorts by knocking Arsenal out of the FA Youth Cup in the third round, courtesy of a 3-0 success. Thorne here, and he might be able to get the shot away. It's a simple tap-in from Tom Hopper. Really good run over on the right-hand side. Thorne with the assist, Hopper with the finish in Colchester, who have started the brighter, and have managed to open the scoring. That's a simple task to guide beyond Okonkwo, who'd moved to his left to try and close down the run of Oscar Thorne. Curled in eventually towards Payne. Gower with the defensive header. Edwards can't make it. Here's Colchester come again. Thorne, Anderson, space to take the shot on and find the corner. Brilliantly worked. Terrific finish. Real neat play here from Colchester, and the U's have a second. Harry Anderson, perhaps his third of the campaign across all competitions. Arsenal, to a certain extent, architects of their own downfall here. They lost possession. Thorne and Anderson were busy on the right-hand side, and that's a smart shot. Thorne down the line. Adeji nearly runs into his own man. This is Egbo coming forward, looking for the outside of the boot. Wonderful strike. Well, it opened up for him, and Mandela Egbo with a positive strike with the outside of the right boot. He didn't want to take it on with the left, did he? But that's a really good finish. It's his first goal in England. Colchester now lead by 3-0, and any thought of getting back into this from an Arsenal point of view, well, it's disappearing quickly. Only a second, in fact. Colchester too experienced, too good for Arsenal's young guns here. The under-21s never really at it against the League Two side, whose experience and knack show tonight. Good goals from Hopper, Anderson and Egbo, 2 in the first half, 1 in the second, to rubber stamp the victory and give Colchester progress to the knockout stages of the EFL Trophy. Arsenal, who started the evening in top spot in Group E in the Southern section, because of results elsewhere, do not progress to the knockout stages for the first time. Full time here, Colchester United 3, Arsenal under-21s 0.
Good solid 3-0 home win against Arsenal under-21s, and that means we top the group, also earning us a home tie in the next round. And great to see Manny on the score sheet with, as he says, his first goal in English football. A great finish with the outside of his right boot. The draw for the next round will be made in due course. This is because some teams still have their group stage games to play, so we'll keep you up to date with that soon as that is made. Now let's get the thoughts from the training ground ahead of today's game.
Ben, back to league action on Saturday. It'll be a tough game. How different will it be from Tuesday night's game?
Yeah, obviously we had a good win. It was nice to get it when we did and top the group and push through to the next round and obviously get a home draw now. But obviously we've had last Saturday's draw, a win on Tuesday, and hopefully we can get a little bit of momentum into Saturday's game.
And that'll be important now going back to the league. It's been a bit difficult, hasn't it, especially recently, picking up as many wins as we'd like to have done.
Yeah, it's part of football sometimes. It's probably not the run that we all want, but you know, we've got to stick together, try and get ourselves on the right end of results, and turn some draws into wins, and sometimes maybe even turn the losses into draws. But you know, it's one of them things that we've just got to keep going as a team and make sure that we are on the right end of results.
And every time we've spoken to any of the guys, the team spirit and the togetherness and that wanting to do well is always there. Yeah,
we've had such a good team spirit. You know, even after a tough result, I think the most important thing is we sort of galvanise each other and keep the positive energy and spirit between us. And you know, we've got great characters here that everybody can help do that. We're all trying to push and do the best we can. But unfortunately, recently we have been on the wrong end of certain results. But you know, we've got the group and the capabilities of turning it around. We've just got to put it into action now.
When you've had a game on Tuesday night, does it make the preparations for Saturday a bit more truncated, knowing exactly what Bradford are going to try and do?
Yeah, obviously we had like a day on the grass today. Some boys were recovering, some boys did like an extra session. But we've done our work, and we will do our work. And you know, all the focus now is on Saturday against Bradford. And we've got to park Tuesday night and go and get a result and get a win at home on Saturday against Bradford.
And you personally, it must have been good to play, and just like any other footballer, I'm sure you want to play every game you possibly can.
Yeah, every footballer wants to play games. Of course I want to play. Sometimes you're in the team, sometimes you're not. It's about how much of a good character you are and getting your head down and working hard. Firstly in training, and then secondly in games, and keeping a consistency for yourself and helping the team as much as you can. And when I'm called upon, I try and do the best that I can, yeah.
Lots of positivity from the training ground, as we would expect after the midweek win against Arsenal. It's nearly it from me, but just a quick reminder, tickets for all our remaining home league games in 2024 are now available online, and that includes Boxing Day v Gillingham and the 29th of December v Doncaster. Right, that's about it for me. I'll let you get out there. Cheer on the lads, as always. Have a great weekend. Also, whatever you're up to. Hopefully we can get 3 points today against Bradford. And I'll see you next time. Until then, it's goodbye for now.